up next we have a particular donut. Damn it, dude, is it fucking stopping again? All right, we're back. All right, Doughboys. They look like donuts on steroids. They're more like a bread dough, but a little sweeter. There's no hole in it, and they're fluffy and very airy and light. Some people dip them in Mariana sauce. What's the last time? Typically, they come dusted with sugar and cinnamon. Doughboys, popular in Rhode Island. Okay, up next we have cabinets.
Stream Elements. Said. MRG_live is now live. Streaming just chatting. MR.G live US states live geography.
A cabinet located just steps from the Palmer River waterfront in Warren pays homage to a bygone era, right down to the vanilla and cherry cokes made on site from soda syrup and seltzer. Among the most popular beverages here is the coffee cabinet, for which soda jorks boil coffee into a syrup, combine it with ice cream and milk, and serve it in a tall glass, a cabinet, which also come in vanilla or chocolate. They're similar to milkshakes and to frappes, so common across the Massachusetts border. Border, if you have the local accent. They're the same thing, says third-generation owner, diplomatically. So, soda fountains are actually something that's in Rhode Island that's still there. All right, up next we're going to have Hermit Cookies. Anybody ever had a Hermit Cookie? I know I haven't. A Hermit Cookie is a Christmas cookie and a cupcake mixed together. When asked about the origin, old-timers came up with it, and that frugal times inspired a cookie that reused other doughs in the kitchen. It's a very, very good tasting cookie if you incorporate everything and add fresh ingredients, he notes. It's a conglomerate of many other pastries blended together with eggs, sugar, flour, and molasses. Okay, so it's one of those cookies. All right, up next we have hot wieners. You guys ever had a hot wiener?
8 blocks.
That used to be my nickname in college.
Where did everyone go? MRSJ Mermaid. Said. LUL.
Hot wieners. Ask little roadie natives which food makes them homesick, and hot wieners will be some of the first words out of their mouths. Messy and fun, hot wieners of the Sloppy Joes or the Frankfurter world, and have been a favorite here since they hit local menus in the 1940s. Gregory Stevens is the 4th generation of Olneyville system. 2 shops slinging snaggy beef, pork, veal dogs, stewed with spiced ground hamburger, onion, mustard, and celery salt, served on plush rolls from a nearby Greek bakery. All right, that sounds pretty good. Up next, we have Clams Casino. You guys ever had a Clams Casino? So we're getting into the seafood. Farm to table and pond to plate is the slogan of Mantunnock Oyster Bar in South Kingston, Rhode Island, where fresh oysters and clams are harvested right off the waterfront patio daily. Clams Casino is a dish that was a staple in Rhode Island clam shacks and finer dining restaurants, says owner Perry Rosso, who traveled all over the state with his chef in order to perfect their version. Little necks stuffed with bell peppers, bacon, and breadcrumbs, usually laced with sherry, have been beloved in the state for years. Mantunnock's Clams Casino is distinctive because of the freshness of the clams and because the restaurant uses local peppers from its own vegetable farm. All right, up next we have pizza strips. Now that's something that's probably more common. I haven't ever had a pizza strip. I would remember if I had had it. A pizza strip are popular with hungover college kids as they are with workaday men and women seeking a quick lunch. According to manager John Champagnoni, it's all about consistency. That's what makes us great. We are some of the best ingredients, but that's all I can tell you. He served the pizza strips, sometimes refers to as bakery-style pizza, the same way for decades. Hey Google, what are pizza strips?
On the website eatyourworld.com, they say, pizza strips, as they're called here, are simply a thick doughy base, almost like a focaccia bread, slathered with fresh tomato sauce and baked in large trays. Sometimes there's a hint of rosemary or basil or a dusting of Parmesan cheese, and there can be other toppings, but that's essentially it.
Okay, thank you. Up next we have Kale Soup. So, nearby Fall River in New Bedford, Massachusetts, in addition to parts of Rhode Island, have huge Portuguese populations. Like I said, that area is considered, some of them, 40% of them consider themselves Portuguese in that area of Providence, right next to the Massachusetts border. This chunky soup features a chicken broth, but you can do it without the chicken broth as well. I've ate this at vegetarian farms, actually, before. Chicken broth base amped with potatoes, onions, plenty of kale, and often chorizo. At Blount Market in Warren, Rhode Island, the top-selling kale soup is available fresh or frozen and uses local chorizo, a bit of paprika, and kidney beans to make it an all-around hearty soup. Hey Google, what is kale soup?
On the website theblondecook.com, they say, kale soup recipe. I literally didn't miss any meat at all in this soup. All of that kale swimming around in a seasoned vegetable broth with potatoes, carrots, onions, and beans. So good. If you don't care about this being a vegetarian soup, chicken broth would work as well as vegetable broth.
All right, sounds good. Up next, we have Clam Cakes. Now, Aunt Carrie's in Narragansett is in New England's paradise with its generous platters of steamed clams, lobsters, clam bellies, and the like. But it's the deep-fried clam cakes that really elicit rave reviews. The batter is prepared in a huge cement mixer that's never used for cement, of course. And the cakes feature fresh chopped clams, flour, water, and seasoning. They're dropped into super hot beef shortening and emerge crisp, radiant of the sea, and ready to be dipped into Carrie's wholesome chowder. Yummy! Order up, then grab a seat with a romantic view of Point Judith Lighthouse. You know, I think I want to go to Rhode Island, believe it or not. So, those are clam cakes. Those look delicious, if you ask me. Up next, we have Johnnycakes. Now, Johnnycakes were actually a Native American food that was, popular among settlers as well. Those who love Johnnycakes, they're a cornbread pancake hybrid, really love them, says Catherine Madden, co-owner of the restaurant that's located in gorgeous restored barn in Adamsville and aptly named The Barn. Made from cornmeal ground just across the street at Gray's Grist Mill, continuously grinding for over 360 years, they are toothsome and especially tasty with maple syrup. Johnnycakes date back hundreds of years in America, and this is just the place to try them for the first time. So, I told you there's a history with these. Let's see if Google knows. Hey Google, what are Johnnycakes?
According to Wikipedia, Johnnycake is a cornmeal flatbread. An early American staple food, it is prepared on the Atlantic coast from Newfoundland to Jamaica. The food originates from the indigenous people of North America.
Okay, that sounds good. So up next we have a donut cake. So I know Krispy Kreme makes a donut cake, but this is different. This is a donut cake in the shape of a princess, a plane, a coffee mug, a pig. Anything seems possible at Allie's Donuts in North Kingstown, Rhode Island, where brightly decorated soft, airy donuts and oversized donut cakes lure crowds that sometimes stretch around the block. Managers here deal with tons of birthday and even wedding requests for oddball donut cakes, so don't think your order will strike them as unusual. So if you're looking for a donut cake, this is the place to go. Don't go to Krispy Kreme. I know they make them too. Hey Google, what is a donut cake?
On the website bromabakery.com, they say, Krispy Kreme donut cake. A cake made entirely of Krispy Kreme donuts and drizzled with chocolate fudge sauce.
Okay. Up next we have Stuffies. Have you guys ever had a New England Stuffy? Hey Google, what is a New England Stuffy?
On the website newengland.com, they say, stuffed clams, also known as stuffies. These stuffed clams, flavored with onion, celery, and green pepper, are a signature Rhode Island dish.
So, yeah, all restaurants over New England, these giant quahog clams, which are known for their sweet meat, are stuffed with bread, spices, onions, and sometimes, once again, chorizo. The dish, fittingly dubbed stuffies, is a favorite among locals. The stuffies are served super fresh, straight out of the oven with a lemon wedge. Tony Armaro, who owns a restaurant in Warren, Rhode Island, shucks the quahogs daily and chops them up to combine them with onions, crushed pepper flakes, toasted Italian bread, and a little bit of their own briny juice. It's a fair bet that your first stuffy won't be your last. Wow, those look good. Like I said, Rhode Island, I mean, they have some good foods. I like seafood. I know you're not a fan of seafood, right, Mrs. J? But, you know, it's, I love seafood.
Said. Hey Mr.G.
Hey, who's there? Who's there? Somebody just walking to class? Who's there? Next up, we got Rhode Island clam chowder. Hey, Aquarius. Hello, purple heart, blue heart, green heart. Aquarius is an admin on my Discord, so if you guys want to check out the Discord, just go ahead and Aquarius can get you connected. So up next we have Rhode Island clam chowder.
Aquarius.
This Rhode Island clam chowder is made from clear, natural quahog clam juice, as they use its base. Expect potatoes, celery, onion, and tons of freshly chopped quahogs. Some people make it with a lot of veggies, says Chef Tony Armaro, but he prefers to go lighter on the veg, allowing the oceanic quahog brine to shine through. This is the chowder to order if you're a true clam lover. The red Manhattan version, which we learned about when we learned about New York, masks the taste with tomatoes, and the New England version, though delicious, cloaks it with cream. So, the Manhattan version of New England clam chowder uses tomatoes, and the New England version, the Massachusetts version of New England clam chowder uses cream. So this is the Rhode Island version, and they don't use cream or tomatoes, obviously. But yeah, either way, it looks delicious, right? So have you guys ever been to a clam bake? I went to one, but I didn't eat any. Or somebody made me a plate, I think. But I wasn't, like, too impressed or anything. So a clam bake. Just as you wouldn't turn down an invitation to an authentic New Orleans crawfish boil, I've been to one of those too, no one should ever shy away from a chance to experience a real New England clam bake. Clams nestle in a beachside pit with corn, potatoes, lobster, sausage, and other goodies until the smoky, fire-roasted gems are ready to be served and washed down with cold beer. If you want someone else to do the work, Newport's Castle Hill Inn has a summer clam bake for $95 a pop, not including drinks. You get clam chowder, lobster, chorizo, little necks, jalapeno cheddar cornbread. Oh, I love that stuff. Apple pie with ice cream, peach sweet tea, and croquet, with a view of the new Newport Harbor. Not too shabby. Well, hey Google, what is a clam bake?
According to Wikipedia, the clam bake or clam bake, also known as the New England clam bake, is a traditional method of cooking seafood, such as lobster, mussels, crabs, soft-shell clams, and quahogs. The food is traditionally cooked by steaming the ingredients over layers of seaweed.
Okay, interesting. Up next we have calamari. So, Rhode Island's Point Judith is renowned as the source of some of the best squid in New England. Calamari, sometimes called calamama, is the restaurant's really Italian, enormous popular dish. So this is the Italian influence there, and the seafood, right? It's lightly fried and tossed in a garlic butter sauce mixed with sweetened hot peppers, emerging golden and piping hot and ready to devour.
The new merch is here, PodChamp. Check it out.
Yummy.
https://merch.com.
Alright, just a couple more things here. Everybody knows is pretty hungry after this. Look at their delicious food. Grinders. Hudson Street Deli in Providence, Rhode Island is famous for its Italian grinders, which is loaded with ham, Gino salami, pepperoni, provolone, tomato, lettuce, onion, banana peppers, olive oil, vinegar, Italian salsa verde, and mayo. Pronounced grinder. So start practicing. To the best co-owner, Christy Tech's knowledge, the major difference between a regular sub and a grinder is the bread, which is heartier than you would think and fresher than a sub. Considering the sheer number of ingredients that get piled on top, it's no wonder the bread has to be sturdy. A half sandwich order should do you good. The large is like the size of a newborn, says the manager. Wow, so that's a hearty sub. I wish I would have gotten a better picture, but I mean, that gets my appetite going. So last and maybe least, we have the snail salad. Personally, I have never had snail. I don't know, Mrs. J, countryman, have you guys had snail? No?
You.
Snail. Tender, locally sourced sea snails are the base of this snail salad at Spiritos. We have these snails in Hawaii, too. A white tablecloth Italian eatery located in one of Providence's stately Victorian homes. We clean the snails, boil them till tender, chuck them up, then add celery, onions, lemon seasoning, salt, pepper, garlic, red pepper, and olive oil, says chef and co-owner David Spirito. Straight up, just like that. Snails with dressing, we ask? Straight up, but nobody can make it the same, he says with a laugh. Ho, 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 ho. Spirito co-owns the restaurant with brother Gregory and has so for 16 years. So you're supporting a family diner when dining at their posh Rhode Island restaurant.
These restaurants should pay you.
Dude, this food is so delicious looking. I love the Lewis food, Mrs. J. So, that was the food presentation. I hope you guys enjoyed that. Once again, I'm your teacher, Mr.G. If you want to know about my background, my teaching experience, you can find out more about me on the website on the screen. It's gxnetwork.live. I'll update these graphics soon because we need some better graphics. Look at that. We're more professional here. But I hope you guys enjoyed all the food available in Rhode Island.
Check out Mr. G's website.
Some of the most popular food in Rhode Island. So, thank you. And there's a link to the website right there. Also, if you're watching this on YouTube, there's a link in the description. If you're watching this on YouTube, give me a thumbs up. Share the video somewhere. Leave a nice comment. Don't be a hater, If you're going to be a hater, then, go watch somebody that's sucking. Because I'm not sucking. We're learning all about Rhode Island. So, if you're here, if you're with me, then you're doing well. So, continuing on. There aren't that many famous people from Rhode Island. There are a few, so I will show you a few people. But like I said, unlike New Jersey or Massachusetts, there aren't very many. I couldn't find that many famous celebrities from Rhode Island. So, one famous person from Rhode Island, Deborah Messing. Deborah Messing is from Rhode Island. We'll go through this rather quickly. Somebody else from Rhode Island, Meredith Vieira, is from Rhode Island. Talk show host of The View. There are not that many celebrities from Rhode Island, so what are the odds that two talk show hosts from the same talk show are from there, right? So, Elizabeth Hasselbeck, conservative host, one of the rare conservatives on The View, when she was on that show. Also from the great state of Rhode Island. Speaking of politically polarizing, James Woods, who, had one of the most popular conservative Twitter accounts. I don't know if he was removed from Twitter recently. I haven't seen any of his tweets recently. Maybe Google will know about that. Hey, Google, was James Woods removed from Twitter?
Sorry, I don't have any information about that.
Yeah, I bet you don't. Google. Go sit on Biden's lap, Google. All right, continuing on. Who else is famous from
Stream Elements.
what state we doing? Oh, Rhode Island. Rhode Island.
The new merch is here.
So, Viola Davis, famous actress from Rhode Island. I saw she was in, I saw a preview, a trailer for a movie that she was in recently where she was the head trooper of a Girl Scout troop or something like that. Well, she's an Academy Award-winning or nominated actress. Viola Davis is from Rhode Island. And last and certainly not least, but the least well-known of all these people is one of my favorite writers
Mr.G
and actors. Spalding Gray is from Rhode Island. Spalding Gray, he was in the movie Escape from Cambodia, I believe it was called. He did a lot of spoken word things and different things like that. He was, it reminds me a lot of myself, believe it or not, Spalding Gray. So if you want to know more about me, Mr. G, you can check out my main Instagram. It's on the page right here. I guess I should have just put my main website if you want to know more about me. But also if you want to join the Classroom Instagram, it's right on the screen right here at Mr. G Livestream. And like I said, we're going to have updates for all the Classroom classes that we're going to have. Tomorrow, we're going to learn about New Hampshire. And then on Friday, we're going to learn about Maine. We have live classes Monday through Friday on Twitch. So if you're new to the class, follow me or be ready to watch tomorrow's show on New Hampshire. All right, I hope you guys enjoyed today's presentation on Rhode Island. It was a pretty quick presentation. Like I said, we're not doing that much today.
Mr. G for another great lesson and teaching.
You're welcome, Mrs. J. And if you're watching this on YouTube, give it a thumbs up. Don't be a hater. If you're giving it a thumbs up, that's good karma. If you don't, then you're probably going the opposite. So, we're going to end it with the state song, the Rhode Island state song. And I'll show you some pictures of Rhode Island, some different things that we spoke about. I'll go ahead and start that right now before we get the song going. So, I hope you guys really enjoyed the presentation. You know, it goes a lot. I put a lot into these, and you know, these aren't something that just come easily. So,
I will go to YouTube from Twitch just to thumbs up.
Thank you. I appreciate that. So right after the presentation here, we will have the YouTube presentation, and once again, check out the new Instagram at Mr. G. And also, everybody have a good day. I don't have as many slides as I would like, so it's going to be a short song here. And everybody, I will plan on doing some gaming really soon, so look for me to do that too. So here you go, the Rhode Island State song.
Mr. G on YouTube. https://www.youtube.com/mrglibhawaii.
I've been to every state we have, but I think that I'm inclined to say that Rhodey stole my heart. You can keep the 49. Herring gulls that dot the skies, blue waves that bathe the rocks, waters rich with Neptune's life, the boats that line the docks. I see the lighthouse flickering to help the sailors see there's a place for everyone. Rhode Island's it for me. Rhode Island, oh, Rhode Island, surrounded by the sea. Some people roam the earth for home. Rhode Island's it for me. I love the fresh October days, the buzz on Cottage Hill, art that moves light, it's here, a jeweler's special
Aquarists. Sid. Love the pictures.
Snow falling gracefully.
Nightman. Sid. Help Mr. G with a donation through Stream Elements. https://streamelements.com/mrg_live/tip.
Some people roam the earth for home. Rhode Island's it for me. The skyline piercing Providence. Don't sell short this precious port. Rhode Island's it for me. Rhode Island, Rhode Island.
Nightly. Said. You can send Mr.G, Moses, and Keanu packages to 1170 Nuuanu Avenue, PO Box 37305, Honolulu, Hawaii 96823.
Surrounded by the sea. Some people roam the earth for home. Rhode Island's it.
Thanks, everybody. I hope you had a wonderful Rhode Island Wednesday. Check out the Instagram on the screen here. Don't be a hater, man. Woo! Mr.G signing out. Aloha. We cats.